Hello and welcome back to Emily Cat 176. It's Wednesday, and Wednesday means poetry. And I am currently trying to discover new poets, different sort of poetry, some long, some short, different countries, etc. So today I'm going to read a poem by a Chinese poet. The Butterfly's Love of Flowers. Blanched red flowers cling to a budding tree, and when the swallow takes flight, he circles the water and houses the pollen to scatter in the breeze, headed for the green horizon of endless vegetation. Inside the garden walls is a swing, and outside is a road. Outside the garden are passing strangers, and inside is laughter. But eventually this laughter fades. The blissful have been disrupted by the indifference. The Butterfly's Love of Flowers, written by Song Dynasty Taoist poet Su Shi, and it was translated by Saga Ringmat. So the poem's about spring, but there's also a little touch of melancholy in the second stanza as well. But this poet, they think he lived about 1,000 years ago. And isn't it wonderful that this has survived? And I have been looking into Chinese poetry because, of course, China's got such a long history and all the different dynasties. And I have to be honest, I've never thought about Chinese poetry, but there's so much out there. I'm just hoping that it's translated correctly. But what did you think of that one? As I said, and you can tell in my ring, I like butterflies. And I just thought this was lovely, because we are in autumn here now, and we've had a burst of hot weather, but I think now the cooler weather is really starting in. Yesterday there was actually fog in the morning, and I read something like this, and it does put into my mind early spring. And I said, this poem is probably 1,000 years old. Isn't that wonderful? And isn't that the beauty of poetry? Because of course back then with poetry, it was all oral, and a lot of it was sung apparently. And it's been passed down from generation to generation. So yeah, please let me know if any of you like and know about Chinese poetry, because as I said, I'm just taking the first steps into it. And this is the joy I am finding with these poems on Wednesday. It is so good to actually look into other countries' poetry, and I will definitely be doing more Chinese poets. But it's all good. Broadening my horizon, always a good thing to do. So that is it on Wednesday. Not a really long video today. I said it was only 2 stanzas, but still I think a really well written poem, and a lovely flow to it. And you can imagine the pollen scattering on the breeze. And that's interesting for me sitting here in Melbourne, because Melbourne, apparently in the last few days, we have been recognised as the world capital for storm asthma and allergies. And isn't that lovely? Because I get hay fever and I've had it really badly the last week as well. But anyway, let me know if you like that one. And again, thank you to everyone who watches these videos. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'll be back on Friday. Bye.